Great show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good morning. Welcome to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here in our Civic Center TV studios, our award-winning Civic Center TV studios. Yes, the winner of 2 big old Philo Awards, your community television channel. Good to be here. Thank you for joining us bright and early on this Wednesday morning. You're kicking off 90 minutes of live television, live local television too, with The Splash Live here, beginning right now and continuing on with the Oakland County Megacast that Tyler has for you this morning at 10 o'clock. Very local with the next half hour, and then we'll take a slightly wider look at our community at large, including Metro Detroit and Oakland County. Easy to watch and listen to all of our programs all across our many outlets. That includes Comcast Channel 15, where we've been on cable TV in the Greater West Bloomfield area for decades on Channel 15. You can also watch on Channel 99 if you happen to be an AT&T subscriber. We love it when you tune into the web. In fact, I looked at the numbers yesterday, and I want to thank you, the people of West Bloomfield and really the world. Over 50,000 people, watch Civic Center TV online over the past year. So really an amazing number, and we're really very, very appreciative of your participation in our channel and in our website. Awful good to have so many, 50,000 people, unique people visiting our website last year. Thank you very much. Huge number for a community television channel. Thank you for watching us on social media as well. You'll find us on Facebook each and every day, and also over on YouTube. Just search in for Civic Center TV. And good morning and welcome to our radio audience listening on 89.3 Lakes FM. Awful darn good to have you with us as well. So weather-wise, we have a really nice day weather-wise here in the Greater West Bloomfield area today. We're going to have 29 degrees as our high. For right now, our start, but 47 degrees. I almost couldn't spit it out because it's so unbelievable. 47 degrees will be our high today, down to 33 tonight with wall-to-wall sunshine. A little bit of precip falling tomorrow, but 53, and then up to 40 on Friday. And the meteorologists are saying that we are into a significant warming trend for the rest of the month. So really good news. Weather should be really very nice. So today, how about this? Got to be one of my favorite days of the year. Today is National Pizza Day. Yeah, really. Coming up in the program a little bit later on, we have a very unique guest. I don't want to spoil all the excitement, but we have a very unique guest. I know you're going to enjoy this. So that is the big tease, right? I'm not going to tell you anymore, but we'll be talking pizza with somebody that I know you'll be looking forward to meeting. Awful lot going on in our community. We're going to get to that in just a moment. We're going to take a quick break and then find out about all the things that are going on right here in the Greater West Bloomfield area. Good morning. Thank you for joining us on this sunny day in West Bloomfield. I'm Dave Scott. You're watching The Splash Live, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Watch Civic Center TV with our brand new live captions. To turn on live captions, go to civiccentertv.com and click Watch Live. In your web browser, click on the Options tab in the top right and find the Accessibilities tab. Then just switch on live captions to heighten your enjoyment of our local programming. Thank you so much for watching Civic Center TV.
I'm Steve Eiserman of the Detroit Red Wings, and I think every child in Michigan deserves a safe, healthy, and happy childhood. Can we build a state where Children Trust Michigan isn't just a name, but something our kids believe? Please support Children Trust Michigan as the voice for children and families by visiting the website to learn more.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Well, good morning. Welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here on Civic Center TV. We knew the news was coming. It was only a matter of time. But Patty Narozny has announced her annual event in West Bloomfield. It's the 20th annual hotworks.org Orchard Lake Fine Art Show. And it's going on the 29th and 30th, 2023, as you can see, the 29th and 30th of July. And that's going to be happening right here in amazing West Bloomfield, right in our quote-unquote downtown of West Bloomfield, if you will, right off Orchard Lake Road, just west of Orchard Lake Road, and just south of 15 Mile Road. It'll happen 10 to 6 on Saturday and Sunday. It is free, easy, and convenient parking located real close. There is some admission to get into the show, but the parking is absolutely free. Plenty of parking. The event happens at 6900 Orchard Lake Road, and it's very easy to find. It's right over by the post office and all that shopping right there, and will be a lot of fun. So you've probably been there over the years. Great food, great entertainment, amazing art booths. It's just your typical art show that you would see in any of our wonderful Michigan communities during the summer. I gotta say though, the art that we have at this show, because it is a major juried show, the artists are all being recognized in this show. It does draw some very exciting and very unique art. So we invite you to be there. There'll be a competition for students in grades K through 8 or ages 5 through 13 with a $250 youth award presented at the show on Sunday. And this whole thing is a great event. It's a nonprofit set up to promote art here in our community. And Patty Narosny does a great job. She knows all the details a lot better than I do. We will, without question, have her on the show in the next couple of weeks and as we get ready for this big event. But it is one of the highlights on our summer calendar here in West Bloomfield. Dates are announced July 29th and 30th. And it is going to be the Great Orchard Lake Fine Art Show in West Bloomfield. More information at hotworks.org, and you get all the details right there. So the Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Committee is now accepting applications and nominations for our 51st annual Greater West Bloomfield Michigan Week Community Awards. You're invited to submit nominations for awards to be presented at the 2023 Michigan Week Community Breakfast, which is scheduled for Friday, May 12th, 2023 at Temple Israel. As you can see from the logo on the screen right now, put that back up for a sec. Thank you, Jared. There's kind of a baseball diamond. So we're going with a sports theme this year. We always have a theme every year. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll put the whole thing on TV. We are negotiating with our MC right now, so I cannot tell you who it is, but I can tell you it's going to be a major sports figure here in metropolitan Detroit. So it should be a lot of fun. But the focus today is to make sure that you and your friends in the community get together and nominate people. So we're looking for people that have made a huge impact volunteering here in the Greater West Bloomfield area. And the nominations can be done online, but you need to get to it pretty soon because the nominations will be cut off in a little bit over a week on February 17th at midnight. No additional nominations will be accepted. You can see here that there are a variety of different categories, like the Volunteer Service Award and the Community Achievement Award, and then the Environmental Stewardship Award, and it goes on and on. And certainly I should mention the Jack Freed Emerging Leader Award. So there are a number of different categories. If you've won in one of those categories in the past, we would ask that you not be nominated there again. But if you have won one award, you can certainly be nominated for another. Look around the community, look around your neighborhood, look around your school, look around your workplace for somebody who is really making a difference. Our community thrives because of all the great volunteerism that goes on here, and we recognize that Michigan Week was a huge deal in the state of Michigan some 50 years ago, but only a couple of communities have carried on that tradition. West Bloomfield is one of them. This will be our 51st annual Michigan Week celebration coming up in May. It'll all be live on TV, but again, right now, now's the time to make sure you get a nomination in. Go to michiganweek.org, michiganweek.org, and all the information is right there. Just go to the nominate page, and you will be all set. So, speaking of big announcements, we've announced the Fine Art Show. We talked about Michigan Week. Here's the third pillar in one of our big annual events every year on Civic Center TV, and I am so thrilled to announce that the State of the Community's live television broadcast and it's really a simulcast. We'll be back again, and it's coming up on Monday, the 13th of March. We'll be live at at West Bloomfield Middle School on Orchard Lake Road, and it's really going to be great. So this event, if you've not been to it, we do everything we can to have all the hoopla and all the fanfare of a major political rally or major political event. And it's great timing to talk about it today, because many of you, I'm sure, last night watched the State of the Union address. This is kind of the same thing, but for our local community. And we get all of our community leaders together, well, at least the leading officials in our 4 communities we serve will all come together. They'll all be on stage at the middle school, and we'll have a conversation with them about the things that have gone on over the past year that have been very successful. We will certainly get into some of the challenges that we're having here as well, and then lay out our goals for the remainder of 2023 and beyond. It is a state of the communities, and by no coincidence, this happens during Sunshine Week, which is a national week that highlights open government and good government, as you can see on the screen. It's the National News Leaders Association promotes Sunshine Week every year. So here in West Bloomfield, we try to schedule this thing right in the middle of Sunshine Week, and that'll be the case. Joining us on stage this year will be the mayor of Kegel Harbor, Rob Kalman. We'll have a conversation with him. Norm Finkelstein, the mayor of the city of Orchard Lake Village. You gotta say that right. You got village and city in the same one. It's kind of confusing. Jim Cowper joins us from Sylvan Lake, and then Steve Kaplan will be joining us. My guess is Steve will have more puns than anybody else, but it should be a lot of fun and very, very informative as well. And we are also really excited this year to have Dr. Danya Bazzi, our superintendent of schools in West Bloomfield. There is a tremendous amount going on at the school district with facilities and financing issues and her initiatives that she has been working on so hard. So we'll have a chance to chat with her as well. Mark your calendar for the 13th of March, middle school, 7 o'clock. And you can watch it on TV, but it's an awful lot of fun to come. We'll be inviting all of the other elected officials, our regional, statewide, and some of our national elected officials to join us at the State of the Community. So it'll be good attendance there from people that you might want to have a conversation with that you don't always get access to. And also, we'll have some cookies and coffee there. So should be a lot of fun. So really interesting article in the Detroit Free Press that Mick McCabe wrote, who is the sports writer. And I don't just say sports writer. He is the legendary high school sports writer of the Detroit Free Press. And his headline in this article, just reading it right here, why West Bloomfield girls basketball team can boast as the best team in the state of Michigan after last week's wins. He was talking about the win over Edison, who is one of the perennial leaders in women's basketball here in the state of Michigan. They've won all the big championships year after year after year. Edison with four state titles. And but West Bloomfield knocked them off. The only team to knock them off since 2018, did that last year and did it again last week. Is the only team to beat them this year. Your West Bloomfield Lakers are the defending state champions, and we've got them here live on TV on Friday night, live from the West Bloomfield High School gym, as they take on one of their OAA White Division foes, Southfield. So should be a lot of fun. Southfield A&T, we have that for you. And we are really excited that Darren McAllister, this guy's amazing, by the way, not just a great basketball coach at West Bloomfield, but really a very interesting guy. Darren McAllister will be with us here tomorrow morning on The Splash. We'll talk all about the game, see how the Lady Lakers are doing, and get you ready for the big game. There'll also be a unified game going on before. We're going to cover that as well. And if you're unaware, I've got this in small print, so I've got to make sure I get this right with my glasses. Unified sports are a growing initiative to bring together students with and without intellectual disabilities for the opportunity to engage in team-based activities outside the classroom. So we have unified basketball going on as well. It's all live right here Friday night, right here on Civic Center TV. All right, let's get rid of these. Take a quick break. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. A lot more going on. And as I mentioned earlier, important day to me, unfortunately. Today is National Pizza Day, and I've got a great guest lined up that we're going to chat with that I think you'll find very interesting. We'll check in with them in just a moment. Good morning. I'm Dave Scott. You're watching The Splash Live, and we'll be right back.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. What's happening around you? Hear about state events, businesses, and from the people behind them on the MegaCast, an hour-long TV, radio, and streaming show keeping you informed on the day-to-day news. Listen in on talks with volunteer groups, documentarians, and financial advisors, Monday to Friday with your host, Tyler Kieft. Catch the MegaCast weekdays from 10 a.m. to 11 on Civic Center TV, 89.3 Lakes FM, and streaming on mymytv.com.
1 in 4 Michigan homes has high levels of radon, a naturally occurring radioactive gas known to cause lung cancer. It doesn't matter where you live or what type of home you have. You won't even know it's there unless you test. So don't wait. Testing is cheap and easy, and if there's a problem, it's simple to fix. Visit michigan.gov/radon to learn more.
We took action, will you?
And now, back to The Splash, live.
Well, good morning and welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott right here on Civic Center TV. As I mentioned, today is National Pizza Day, so we're going to try something a little bit different here on the program. We always like to have guests. Today's guest is actually a web page, and you may have heard about this. Maybe you've not actually seen it live and in person, but there is an artificial intelligence website, and I've got it here. I'll bring it up on my screen in a moment. But there's an artificial intelligence, they call it AI right now, website you can go to and ask it to do anything. And this is not like going to Google where you ask it information and it takes you to a web page. This website will give you the information you want and prepare it in a document that looks like it's been written by a human. And it's so effective that, you've probably heard the news reports about it, it's such an effective tool that, it acts just like we do, that it can write term papers, it can take exams, it's passed the bar, so it's really an amazing tool. There's certainly some ethical questions about how this is used in our society. I liken this thing, and I know I teased talking about pizza, we'll get back to that, but I liken this tool to what it must have been like when the calculator got really popular. I was sort of around for that, but when the calculators first became available, should we let them in the classroom? Are we going to let students use the calculators? And then for the most part, that's kind of where we're at today. You can use your computer to do advanced calculations. When you're being examined, you can use a calculator at the right time. So this is new technology. It's going to have to work its way into our culture, and there's a lot of, like I said, ethical questions about the content that we're getting. So I went to OpenAI. I asked it a bunch of questions. We'll get back to like the toppings and everything on pizza, but just to show you how amazing this is, I asked it to write a song about, this is maybe an old one, but I asked it to write a song about Michigan. I'll show you this because this is what's up on the screen. And here it is, Michigan, the Great Lakes state, from Detroit to the UP. It's a beauty to appreciate. Now, what I really wanted to show you is I asked it, we'll try and do this live, write a poem about eating pizza in Michigan, because this is really the theme of this whole segment on the show. So let's give it a minute here. Now, this amazing site, it does take a second or two to respond, and it has been very, very busy. But here we go. Eating pizza in Michigan. Oh, what a treat. From Detroit style to thin crust. That's amazing. It got the Detroit style thing. From Detroit style to thin crust, every slice is so sweet. In every town and city, there's a pizzeria in sight with their own special touch. They make the perfect bite. The aroma fills the air as the cheese starts to melt, and the toppings, oh so many, each one so felt. From pepperoni to sausage to vegetables so bright, each bite is a journey through flavors so right. The crust so crispy with a hint of sweetness too. The sauce so tangy it dances on your tongue too, and so on and so forth. Let's get the last paragraph. So gather your friends and come take a seat in this Michigan pizzeria. It's where you want to eat. With every slice so delicious, you'll want more and more. Eating pizza in Michigan, it's truly a grand score. Now, that is original text. They didn't grab that off a website. This artificial intelligence program wrote that. We can go in and ask for some more mundane things like, what are, I'm going to spell what correctly, what are the most popular, this is more of the kind of thing you might ask a Google search, but the most popular pizza toppings. And we're going to get that result, I'm sure. But the fact that it can spit out original text is really quite amazing. A list like this is pretty easy. The most popular pizza toppings: pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, olive, onion. However, here we go. So we get more than we asked for. However, popular toppings can vary depending on regional and cultural preferences. For example, in some countries, pineapple is a popular topping, while in others, it's not as common. Additionally, some people prefer vegetarian toppings, such as bell peppers, tomatoes, and spinach, while others prefer meatier options like ham, bacon, and chicken, like I do. By the way, I don't know about your favorite pizza. My favorite pizza is that Hawaiian pizza, right? With the ham and the pineapple on it. Ultimately, the popularity of a topping is subjective and varies greatly depending on personal taste. So you can spit almost anything into this artificial intelligence chat tool and get these kind of results. If you've not engaged with it, you can see it's not hard. It's a very busy site. This is still, still an experimental project. But if you're looking for something fun to do on National Pizza Day, and you don't really want to head down to Crispelli's because that's an awful lot of carbohydrates after all, although that would be really good. Here's an alternative for carbohydrate-free people such as myself. Go to OpenUI today, open it up, and then take an hour and talk about pizza. You'll have just as much fun with his friend OpenAI and have it write some stuff for you. And by the way, go ahead, use this tool. It's really effective, very helpful, and if you are publishing content and you're writing a lot of text, this might be your new best friend. So a couple of other news stories I wanted to get to today before we conclude the show. Oakland Schools has an amazing program that you may want to consider for your kids. If you're looking for an opportunity to enroll your kids in a technical program, and maybe they're not college bound, maybe they want to learn a technical skill. More and more people are realizing, though, the price of our traditional colleges, that this might be a better alternative. Jared, I don't know if we can roll that whole video, but why don't we roll the entire video from Oakland Schools and let's see what they have to say.
Oakland Schools' 4 career technical campuses prepare 11th and 12th grade students for high-wage, high-skill, and high-demand careers directly out of high school. Our campuses, commonly referred to as OSTCs, are located in each quadrant of Oakland County. OSTC Northeast in Pontiac, Northwest in Clarkston, Southwest in Wixom, and Southeast in Royal Oak. Each of our 17 programs combine academic knowledge with real-world, hands-on technical training from industry experts. Our main goal is to connect students with their passion and to prepare them to enter the industry of their choice. Programs include agri-science and environmental technologies, automotive technology, collision repair and refinishing, computer programming, construction technology, cosmetology, criminal justice, culinary arts and hospitality, cybersecurity networking, energy electrical technology, engineering, robotics and mechatronics, entrepreneurship and advanced marketing, graphic and communication design, health sciences, machining, medium, heavy truck and equipment, and welding. Each program offers its own unique experience. For example, our health sciences program offers certifications and work-based learning in hospitals for students who want to be future doctors, nurses, pharmacists, or medical assistants. The cutting-edge engineering, robotics, and mechatronics program trains future engineers in our state-of-the-art labs. Students can also participate in the Oakland Technical Early College program. This program is perfect for students looking to earn a free associate's degree through Oakland Community College. Tuition, textbooks, and fees are all covered. This is a great starting point for any student who desires to attend a four-year university. Programs include automotive technology, collision repair and refinishing, computer programming, cybersecurity networking, engineering, robotics and mechatronics, entrepreneurship and advanced marketing, graphic and communication design, machining and welding, directly connected to our Oakland Technical Early College program. Oakland Schools Technical Campuses. Explore, experience, and excel. Learn more by visiting our website at ostconline.com.
I'm really glad
You
we had
will
an
make your
opportunity
professional
to share that
contacts.
video
Cry-
with you this morning. And I don't know, Jared, if they're hearing the same audio I am in my ear, but thank you very much. Very glad to be able to share that with you this morning. You know, look, our whole educational structure has changed from when I was a kid. I mean, when I grew up in West Bloomfield, you went to West Bloomfield High School. You couldn't very easily go to any other school in the county, so the school of choice thing wasn't available. And all of these other specialized programs that we have available now on the countywide level, and some cases locally in our amazing school districts, offer your students, your kids, so many other additional choices. And more and more, I'm more convinced that four-year college education and all of that is great for an awful lot of people, but it isn't for everybody. And the stigma that we have had on not attending a four-year college, I think is gone. And there are so many opportunities. I have a lot of friends whose kids have gone through technical training and have great lives, making big money, and have really benefited from having that specialized training, especially at an early age. So take advantage of this program. More, of course, online. You can go to the Oakland Schools page. You can also always talk to your counselor, too, at any of our high schools. But that page, ostconline.com, and a lot more information for you there. We'll get the folks from Oakland Schools on here in the program in the coming days and chat more about that amazing program. All right, well, that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thanks for watching The Splash. Tomorrow, we're going to have the head coach of the West Bloomfield women's basketball team on the air with us, and a whole lot more local news and information as we do each and every day. Thank you for listening on the radio, watching on TV, streaming with us on the internet, wherever you happen to be. Make it a great day. Tyler Keefe will be here with the MegaCast for those of you watching live coming up in a moment. Thank you for watching.